Alright, good morning class. Today we're going to tackle new lessons. Uh, for now, I want to um, greet everyone. How's everybody's morning today? Good? Great. Now, today, before we start, may I ask Mona to lead our morning prayer? Name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Alright, thank you, Mona. Now, before we start, I'm going to check our attendance for today. Alright. Kurt, are you here? Alright. Mona, yes, of course. Luke. Lisa. Alright, and lastly, Kit. Right? Looks like everyone's present today. Very good, class. Now, to start, before we proceed to our lesson, let's have a review of our discussion yesterday. Okay, what did we discuss yesterday? Anyone who can remember? Alright, Kurt. Yes, very good. So, yesterday, we discussed about parts of the sentence. We discussed about the subject, the verb, and the object of a sentence. Alright, do you have any question about that? Not? Alright. Looks like everyone understand our lesson yesterday. So, since everyone we don't have any questions, let's proceed to our lesson for today. Alright, now I have an activity, everyone. So, before we proceed, let's have a quick activity. Alright, so quick, you need to pair up, okay? Find a partner so that we can have our activity. Alright, I can see Kurt and Lisa, Mona and Lulu. Alright. Okay, looks like everyone has their partner. Okay, so listen carefully to the instruction. So, you have the paper there, right? Yes. You have the paper in your table, and all you need to do is one of you will going to tear the paper and the other will be crumbling the paper. Okay, the other one tear and the other crumble. Now, what you need to do is in a, let's say just 1/2 sheet of paper right there, I want you to make a sentence. Describe what you did to the paper and what your partner did to the paper. Okay, is that understood? Okay, I'll repeat the instruction. You have, by pair, you have 2 pieces of paper. The other one of you will going to tear the paper, and the other will going to crumble the paper. Now, after that, you just need to write a sentence of what, describing what you did to the paper and what your partner did to the paper. Okay? Understood? Alright. Okay, I give you 3 minutes for that. Okay, looks like everyone's done. Okay? Are you done? Kurt, Lisa? Mona and Luke? Okay, looks like you're done. Okay, I'll ask you some question about your activity. Now that you've done with your activity, I will going to ask some simple questions. Okay, let's start with you, Kurt and Lisa. Kurt, can you tell me what you did to your paper? Okay, so you tear the paper. How about you, Lisa? What did you do to your paper? You crumble the paper. Alright. Now, let's move on to your pair, Mona and Luke. Mona, can you tell me what happened to Luke's paper? Okay, it was paired by Luke. Okay, very good. How about you, Luke? What happened to Mona's paper? Okay, it was crumbled by Mona. Very good, class. Okay, from those sentences that you created, what have you noticed about our lesson for today? Did you gain some idea what is our lesson for today? Okay, anyone? Okay, Lisa. Yes? Yes, very good. It's about passive and active voice. What you just told me a while ago is an example of an active and passive voice. Okay. Okay, so our lesson for today is about active and passive voice. Now, let's talk about active and passive voice. Alright. So, but before that, active voice is usually called the normal voice. Okay, active voice is called the normal voice, and passive voice is called the less usual. Okay, why though? So because active voice is what we usually use when we are speaking or writing. It's like the more direct way in telling someone or something about a thing or what you did to a thing. While passive is less usual because, as the word says, less usual is madalas lang siya in Tagalog. It's not usually used in daily conversation, but it will depend on the situation and context of an event or how you write things to a paper or how you read out a story. Alright? Now, let's move on. Voice is the quality of a verb that shows whether the subject is the doer or the receiver of the action. So, that voice is what you call the situation or the quality in here of a verb, whether the subject is the one doing the action or doing or the one receiving the action. All right, let's discuss active voice. Active voice is when the subject of the sentence is the doer of the action. Yesterday, we discussed about the subject, verb, and object. So you all know what subject is. Subject in a sentence is the center or what the whole sentence is about. Alright? Now, in active, it says here in active voice, the subject is the one doing. Okay, in Tagalog, siya yung gumagawa ng action. Okay, siya yung doer, the one doing the action. Okay, for you to understand more, I have here an example. Number one example, Jake read the novel in 2 days. It was an active voice because Jake, the subject of the sentence, is the one doing the action, which is the word here, read. Alright. Jake read the novel in 2 days. You need to ask the question, who did ask? What did Jake do? What the subject do? He read something. He read the novel. Okay, Jake here is the subject. He's the one doing the action read. Nagbabasa si Jake. Okay? Do you have any question? Alright? Not so far. Alright, let's slowly discuss the active voice. Now, the second example here is Uncle Mike painted the entire house. Now, can you tell me in this sentence what the subject is? Or who is the subject is? Alright, kid. Uncle Mike. Alright. If Uncle Mike is the subject, let's now identify what's the action or the verb here. Alright, anyone? Alright, look. Painted. Very good. So if Uncle Mike is the verb, the subject rather, and the painted, the word painted is the verb, how are we going to find out that this is an active verb? Just look at the sentence. Uncle Mike painted the entire house. The one who's doing the action, which is painted or painting, is Uncle Mike. That's why it's an active verb. It's the direct way of telling that si Uncle Mike yung nagpipinta ng buong bahay. Siya yung nagpinta ng buong bahay. Ayan. So, active voice is very easy lang naman siya i-understand. Basta yung subject yung gumagawa ng action. The subject is the doer of the action. Alright. Let's move on. So that you can understand well what's the difference between active and passive voice. Alright. Now, let's move on to the passive voice. Passive voice is when the subject in the sentence is the receiver instead of being the doer of the action. Kung dito kay active voice, dito kay active voice, doer siya gumagawa ng action. Subject na gumagawa ng action. Ngayon kay passive, siya naman yung nag-receive ng action. Ayan. So to understand one, hard example. Number 1, the article was published by the writer. Now, in this sentence, what is the subject? Yes, here is the article. Alright. Look closely. The article was published. What happened to the article? It was published. It was the article, the subject, received the action of being published. Alright. By the writer. You will see. Alright. By the writer. You will see more of this. By as an indicator of, mostly you will see by in a sentence when you are looking for a passive voice type of sentences. It indicates the doer. Okay? As you can see, the doer of the sentence or of the action is at the end. But the one receiving the action is the subject, which is the article. Alright, the second sentence or example. The report has been sent by me. Alright. The report, the subject, received the action of being sent by me. Alright. The report, which is our subject in this sentence, received the action. Received the action of being sent by the doer, me. Alright. Do you have any question? Is it clear? Alright. Alright, can you tell me the difference between active and passive voice? Alright, Lisa. Alright, very good. Remember, in active voice, the subject is the one doing the action. But in passive voice, the subject is the one being receiving the action. But of course, we will always see the one who's doing. But the writer here is not the subject anymore. And the me here is not the subject anymore. And in passive, we're talking about the subject. In active voice, we're also talking about the subject. We just need to focus on the subject and how it was used in a sentence. It is used by doing the action word or the verb, or it was used by receiving the action. Alright. Since looks like everyone is understanding well the difference between active and passive voice. Alright, very good everyone. Now, let's focus now on the changing the active to passive voice and vice versa. Alright. Here. Alright. Changing active voice to passive voice. Alright, let's have an example. The active voice here, the teacher graded the exam. The teacher graded the exam. The teacher is the subject doing the grading of the exam. Doing the action. Okay. Active voice, the subject doing the action. Okay, do or the doer of the action. Now, how it will become passive. Now, as you can see in active, the one receiving here, exam, this is the object of the sentence, will become our subject. The exam now became the subject. The exam were graded. Now, it was the one receiving the action. In the first sentence, in active voice, it was the object. Okay, but it's also the one receiving the action. But in active voice, it's the object of the sentence. Now, in passive voice, it became the subject of the sentence. The subject of the sentence who were receiving the action of the teacher. Alright. So that's how we change active to passive voice. The teacher graded the exam. The exam were graded by the teacher. As you can see, I also added where, because graded here is in past tense. Past tense, and then if we're going to, in a way, parang pag-balik-tahin, we need to create a sentence where we can point out that the exam is the one being graded. So I put here where. Okay, we're graded by the teacher. Next, I play the piano. I here is the subject. I'm the one doing the playing. I play. I'm the one doing or playing the piano. I play the piano. Now, the piano here, the object and the active voice will become the subject. In active voice, the piano is the object, now will become the subject. Now, in passive voice, the piano was played by me. Alright? The piano is the one now receiving the action, doing by me. Alright? Do you have any question? Do you have any question? None? Are you sure? Alright. So I think you understood well, since no one's asking question. Okay, so very good class. So now, to see if you really understand this, we're going to give you a short clip. Okay. Alright, are you sure you don't have any question here? None? Alright. I'm going to remove these. And I'm going to post this. So, in 1/2 sheet of paper, okay, change the active voice to passive voice. Alright, you have 5 minutes to answer this, and you may start. Alright, looks like everyone is done. Alright, exchange your paper with your seatmates and we're going to check your activity. Alright, number 1. The students completed the assignments. Alright, who wants to answer? Alright, Mona. Yes, very good. This is an active voice. So to change it to passive voice, we're going to put the object will become the subject. The assignment were completed by the students. The assignments were completed by the students. Okay, number 2. Who wants to answer? Alright, Keith. Alright, very good, that's correct. The team played an excellent game. To change it, an excellent game were played by the team. An excellent game were played by the team. Okay, very good class. Now, number 3. Alright, Kurt. Yes. Very good, that's correct. The egg pie was eaten by me. The I will be me. Okay. Number 4. Lisa. Alright, very good. The broken car were fixed. Okay, the broken car was fixed by the mechanic. The broken car was fixed by the mechanic. Okay. Number 5. Last one. Lisa, did I call you already? Mona, I think. Yeah, Mona. Yes, very good. The valuable paintings were stolen by the thieves. The valuable paintings were stolen by the thieves. The valuable paintings were stolen by the thieves. Alright. Give yourself a round of applause. Alright. Who gets 5? Oh, everyone? Very good. Alright, so to continue, let's have your another activity. Before that, I'm going to to grab this and for you to answer another activity. Okay. Very easy. This is a very easy activity. On one top sheet of paper, copy the sentences and identify if it's an active or passive voice. Alright. Again, on one top sheet of paper, copy the sentences and identify if it's an active or passive voice. Read the instruction carefully. Alright. Alright, you have, let's see, 5 minutes again to finish this short activity. Alright, class. I think everyone's done. Alright, you can pass your paper and I will check it later. Okay? Now, to all the we discussed today, I want to ask you a question. What do you think is the importance or the significance of studying active and passive voice? We've learned about the connection of subject and the verb and how it changes the way the subject is whether it's being the one doing the action or the one receiving the action. What do you think is the importance of studying it, of knowing this? Alright, anyone? Alright, try it. Yes, very good. Yes, studying passive and active voice help us for more effective communication, and it helps us to create sentences and words the way we speak more effectively. Alright? So, knowing the differences, you will see the different effect of how we write or speak. Alright? So, some of you might usually use active voice. And some of you might not even notice that you're already using passive voice. But now you know the difference. So you will see more how the passive and active voice is being used in real life situation. If you somehow want to write a novel, some of you might want to create a speech. Knowing the difference here is important to create an effective and engaging, let's see, a writing piece or a novel or anything. When it comes to speech, you will make your listener see the different points of view of your speech. So that's the importance of passive and active voice. Remember, some of us might not notice you're already using the two of this. I know all of us use the passive and active voice in everyday situation, but some of us doesn't know what it's called. But now you know, it's the passive and the active voice. Alright, now, I want to ask again, do you have any question? Do you have any question about what we discussed about the passive and active voice? None, alright. Since you don't have any question, let's go and have your assignment. All right. Your assignment. Very easy assignment, all right? Differentiate active voice from passive voice into sentence and give 5 examples for each voice. All right. You've already differentiated the passive and active voice. So I think all of you will have an answer to that question in your assignment. Now give examples for each voice. I've also shown you some of the example of passive and active voice. So I know it will be easy for you to create one for yourself. And I'm sure it's something you will find very easy to do. So don't worry. We'll check this tomorrow. And if you don't have any question, I think that's all for our class today. So make sure to copy these. Alright? Done? Done copying your assignment? Alright. Very good. Now, since we don't have any question, I think that's all for today. And thank you for listening, class. And I hope you enjoyed our today's class discussion. See you again tomorrow. And thank you, class.